Greetings, one and all. Another Stargods vlog. Some of you have been saying that the volume is way too low, that you can barely hear it. Turn it up! Turn it up! So I checked out my computer, and the volume is so low. It's this mic here. I have it on a stand or a bucket, and it's about this far, and it's still reading really, really low, really low. So let me know how this works. And this is a real, I'm just choked about this because I can't lean back and relax and just shoot the breeze. See, I probably went out right now because it's, yeah. So this is a mic you got to really get up right against the mic. Otherwise, it doesn't pick up. And I've got everything set on full. Maximum full is it's set on. So I don't know. It's just hello. So, anyways, I want to talk about one of the greatest mystery. Well, it is the single greatest mystery that I've ever known in my entire life. Okay, but before I begin, check the volume here. Okay, I got this propped up and checked the volume. So out of this much, the volume's about that, registering that much. See, right now, see if I get back here, 1, 2, 3, it's almost off. So, okay, it's crazy, man. So I want to talk about the greatest mystery ever in all history and human history and ever that I've ever come across in my entire life, and that is the mud flood. Now people say there's no such thing as mud flood. Now shut your mouth. You know, there's just solid evidence for a mud flood. You can see buildings that have been buried in 2 to 3 stories, 4 stories. There's solid evidence they were buried in mud. You know, the whole world was buried in mud. Now, here's the thing that I can't get through my head, because my grandmother was into history. She loved history and she loved to know things, and she was a very intelligent woman. Hello. Let me know. Let me know if this mic is doing the job or not. So anyway, she was into history and stuff. She never ever mentioned the mud flood. This is a flood of mud that went across the entire world, and nobody knows anything about it. They don't even know anything happened. What are you talking about, mud flood? If it was real, and it was real, you'd have people talking about it, front page news and medical reports from the Red Cross and cleanup crews, and everybody would be talking about it. Not a word, not a word. Now, my grandmother, she knew a lot about everything and had detail about everything, and she never mentioned it to me about any kind of mud flood. The whole world would have been on fire talking about it. And yeah, remember the big mud flood about 1900s? Yeah, it was, wow, that was one big something, eh? Took us a month to dig out of it. Yeah. There's not one word on it. How is that possible? Have our memories been erased? Because I know they can toy with our memories, and I'm talking about the archons. I know they can create different memories and stuff. And there's one example, and I would, excuse me, I had a big glass of water. I would appreciate if anybody can get a comment in on what I'm about to tell you. I have a game, BioShock. It's one of my favorite games, video games, right? And in the game, there was always this, and I was always impressed by it, a big banner that said, "No God, no king, only man." Now I've seen it on I did a search for it, and I was looking at the pictures of it, and now it's changed. It's Mandelaized. It now says no gods, or where did the word "or" come from? Kings, only man. It's different. I know for a fact that, and I've been through this before. I know for a fact I can go to the game, find out where that banner is, and it'll be the new narrative. Gods, plural, kings, plural, or is planted in there. And I know, and I'll be going, what? I've been through this before. And if I look for it, and I won't find it because it's been Mandelaized. It's like that's it. So they can change our memories. Watch the movie Dark City if you want to learn more about memories. It's really, really kind of scary. How do I know that I was born? Well, because your mama told you so. Well, yeah, but I don't remember being born. And who knows? My mother could have just been a nice young girl and fake memories put into her head that she bore me for months and months, and she raised me. So that could all be part of her false memory. I've seen tons and tons of proving false memory. They can play with our memories very, very, very incredibly sufficiently. Grasping for words here. So, anyways, I hope you hear me because I mean the guy next door is got his binoculars on me. I'm so loud, and he's ready to phone the funny wagon. There he is. Get the net. Not one word about mud flood. Not one single word in any media, religious, secular, whatever, historical. Then you got all these historians that never mention it. It doesn't exist. Then I was watching a film about the San Francisco fire. No, earthquake, sorry. And the people is the strangest thing I've ever seen. The people, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. Just like you're in the middle of Japan or something. And they're walking. And they're walking. They're really not walking anywhere. And there's no children. There's the odd tyke about this high, but there's no toddlers. There's no babies. Why is there no baby? You go anywhere and you'll always see a woman with a baby or a buggy. None whatsoever. And they're just going back and forth like they're walking in a park or something. It's just like, oh, yeah. They look so out of place, and they don't really come across as natural. And then I noticed that they have what do you call it? What do you call it now? Those little trolleys. Thank you, doctor. Those shots are awesome. The trolley. You see a trolley. And you see everybody going this way. You see trolleys going this way. Now you see a trolley going straight across the street where there's no tracks. There's no electrical wire up above. What? I see this in a lot of these old clippage. And the people are just hundreds and hundreds of... Is that what you do when there's an earthquake? Oh, we gotta get out there and walk. Yeah, we're gonna walk. Yeah. Unbelievable. No, you stay home and you go through the rubble and you get a shovel and a pick and you go through all the rubble looking for valuables or memorabilia that you really want to keep, and then The husband of the family, he's going to be in there putting rubble in a wheelbarrow and clearing it out. There should be cops everywhere. There's no cops in it. I think I saw one and he's having a smoke. You see these guys like smoking in the clip. Um, okay, if I don't get too lazy, I'll put the link in. And yeah, nobody goes to the links anyways. Why bother? But in the film, you see a guy stand. I've seen several men just standing there, frozen, frozen in time. Oh, what's this? Just a sec. It is. Oh, I see. Okay. So that's what you see, and they're just standing there. They're not moving, and people are kind of like, oh, trying to get around them. None of the people are going, oh, geez, look at the damage, the devastation, and wow, unbelievable. You don't see people crying. Yeah, I will put the link in. Let me just everything's going crazy here. And they're just walking, walking. Where are they walking to? Oh, thank you, doctor. Thank you. Um, where are they going? Is that what you do in an earthquake? You just suddenly, you know, they don't have any, they're not carrying anything with them. Um, there's no truck after truck after truck or not truck, carriages of people with their what they've scavenged from their devastated homes. They don't have carts filled up with all this stuff going down the road. The odd one or two, but that's it. Maybe they were untouched by the programming, the new programming in the head. But they're walking like they're walking through a park or something. You know, you should see people crying. You know, people. You should see cleanup crews and stuff. And then in the one link that I'm going to show you, I think about if you go to frame 930 or 928, you'll see a woman there, and she looks behind, and there's a building, big, tall building, like a mini skyscraper, and it comes down, just like the Twin Towers. Well, that's controlled demolition. So I looked it up, and they were aware of that technology of bringing it, but this was like perfect. Like this was absolutely flawless. It's like they'd been doing it for years, that it was invented since the beginning of man, and now they've perfected the art. It came down perfect. Absolutely. So where did they get that kind of knowledge and technology? They were blowing up buildings and having them come down, but this was imploding on itself. They've been doing that for a very long time, even the 17th century, I think, blowing up buildings to get them down. This was imploded perfectly. It was the perfect implosion. If you were teaching students and you were a teacher and you're teaching about implosions, this is the film you'd see to all mixed up here. This is the film that you would want them to see because it's a perfect job, absolutely flawless. And this is supposed to be 1906. So, anyways, these people, and then yeah, the trolley. There's a trolley, and the guy's got a camera aboard the trolley. And they're going down. You can see rows and rows and rows of street lights and lamps. During an earthquake, they shift and they move and they do the boogie, the boogalooga, and not one of them is leaned over. I keep touching the mic. And so they're all perfectly straight for mile after mile. So you can see where there's devastation, right? Absolutely. The buildings are crumbled and rumbled. And then you see the street sign very, very close to the ruins, and it's perfectly straight. So I don't know. And there's not one word back to getting back to the mud flood about the mud flood. And these people, oh my God, they were under some kind of mind control, and you can see that, you know. And nobody's like, it's just another day going for a walk. Nobody's going, my house is gone. Oh, my children are dead. You know, they're just like, hey, how's it going, man? And you'll see groups of 3, 4 guys. They're all having a smoke, you know. They're all bonding. You know, that's what guys do. But I just don't understand the reaction of the people. So is that what you do? You don't clean up? You don't try to go through the wreckage and find, you just, again, you just get up and you start walking. And they're all dressed up like they're in Sunday school or something, or they're at church or something. They're all walking like they just got out of church, and they're going for a walk through the park. Unbelievable. But with this mud flood thing, I see buildings. If you know a little bit about it, I see buildings that are the same in Canada, in America, in England. They're built exactly the same. They're the exact same buildings. They're the ones that I notice the most is the green domes on top. In the big city here, there are buildings that are in New York. They look exactly like the buildings in New York. You know, Chicago, anywhere you go in the world, there's these buildings. It's the same design. Oh, that's because they didn't want to buy new design, so they borrowed the blueprints for America's design. Yeah, you know, unbelievable. But nobody's ever mentioned a word about it. It shook the entire world. It changed the world forever, but nobody ever spoke about it. It's never in any graffiti, never in any personal letters, never in the history books. I mean, you got historians that are writing down everything, you know, and it's never mentioned. It's never mentioned. So if somebody can explain that in a logically proficient, is that bad English? If they can explain it without coming out with these stupid 2-year-old responses, please fill me in. I'd like to know how it doesn't ever get mentioned. I have a theory our minds were wiped clean. I've seen evidence. People's minds can be wiped clean. They can be given artificial intelligence. What in their minds, artificial memories. You know, it's quite possible for them. Like, let's say me. I don't remember being born. How do I know I was born? Well, your mama told you so. Well, yeah. Well, suppose my mother is a woman that received fake memories. She believes that she got pregnant and she delivered me and she raised me. What if that never existed? What if that never happened? What if that's an implanted memory? If you really want to get into it, see the movie Dark City. It will explain memories. And well, that's just a movie, and you're an idiot. Yeah, well, thing is, they're teaching us, they're giving us esoteric knowledge through media, through books, stories, through movies, through TV shows, and everybody's just, yeah. Look at The Matrix, one of the most dynamic, unbelievable knowledge placed in the movie. And what do people do? Oh, I like the chick. She was hot. You know, and then the other guy, yeah, I like the guns, man. Yeah, you see the way she fires those guns? Wow. Oh, I'm shaking. You know, like, I just like, what is going on? I don't get this. This world. Thank you, doctor. I feel better. So, it's unbelievable. Like, not one single word. Well, it's not in the Bible, so I don't believe it. Well, you can see evidence of it. So, you know, see that cliff over there? Yeah, you do. Wow. So I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Stargods speechless. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. If somebody can have a proper um, theory as to why, you know, and use some logic and reasoning, you know. There was in David Icke's book, there was a guy, he went to work every day, and there was a certain skyscraper that was there every single day. Every single day he'd walk past a skyscraper, you know, looking for Kong or something, I don't know. But then one day he told David Icke this, and he said, one day I went around, the building wasn't there. And I can guarantee, this is classic reality shifting. I can guarantee for a fact, if that guy asked around, he'd be told there was never a building there. It's all in your head, man. Hey, doctor, are you a doctor? Get him off my back. I mean, just unbelievable. I don't know. Did I mention? I've had to redo this video a couple times. So, did I mention that Bioshock is a really cool game that I've watched so many times? Anyways, it's Bioshock Infinite, and you go in there, and there's this banner that says, I always thought it was really cool. It says, "No God, no king, only man." But now I've seen it on screenshots, and I've seen it on video. The banner, and it said, now it says no gods, plural, or the word "or" came in there. I don't know where that came from. Kings, only man. And I know for a fact. You see, I've had experience with these kind of changes. I know for a fact, because of experience, if I go, oh, I'm going to put an end to that, I'm going to take a screenshot of my game that I've played for literally, I'm one of those that play games over and over and over and over again. I'm not one of those that play it once and then toss it out. Um, I've played it for years, over and over and over and over again. And I can tell you that if I go there and I get to that part of the game, and the banner is going to say gods and kings. It's going to be altered and changed because I have changed. So they say, well, it's an alternative universe. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I know memory's been altered. Memories have been altered. Like, uh, oh, what's that movie? Interview with a Vampire. Not Interview with the Vampire. Look some of them up under examples of the effect. Mandela. Just unbelievable. So I think it is possible for me to think to myself, well, maybe the entire population of the world had that removed from their memory banks. Unbelievable. And I see the same design, exactly the same. You know, what if you went and you took pictures of the White House? Oh, it's really cool. Wow. Hey, Joe. No, don't walk into the wall. Oh, no. Wee, wee. Security alert. Security alert. No, and you take a picture, and then you're going through some tourist magazines or on the net, and you're looking at buildings all over the world, and there's these White House design here, and it's in that country, in that country, in that exactly the same. Wouldn't you kind of go, what's going on here? You know, what's going on here? Back off, doctor. I just cannot fathom. So, what do you all think? I mean, you probably, a lot of you are going to say, no, it's not in my Bible, so I don't believe it. Well, the evidence is there. I'm sorry to tell you, the evidence is there. A lot of people will deny the evidence, and you don't want to hear from them. You don't want to see them. You don't want to be around these kind of NPCers, eh? So yeah, I don't know, but check out the film. I'll try and put it up if I can. The link. Those people are so out of place. They're so, and that 9:30 where you see the building coming straight down. So there you go. That's all I got to say. And let me know about the volume. I'm speaking so loud right now. Shut up. Mind your own business. Capiche? Yeah, let me know how the volume is. This is just stupid. I just, I don't know. This is a pain in the arse, is what it is. What's an arse, Daddy? Well, it's a circle, and so adios.